5, 4, 3, 2, 1. CTS PC EP 28
Hold on. What's the EP? I guess,
episode.
but everything else has been like an acronym.
Yeah,
An EP is
just shortened.
just shortened a little bit.
Yeah, most of the time. Well, when it's used as an acronym, it means end project, right? When you
I
when you
don't know.
release an EP.
Oh, I actually have no idea what that means.
You never heard of like an EP?
No, I've heard of an EP, but I never like
Yeah, I think it's end project.
end project. Interesting. Okay.
Each episode is like an end project of the CTS Pop Culture Podcast.
Super polished.
That's what I
highly
messed up.
Refined
It's CTS PCP. I forgot the P.
pop culture.
Podcast. And then you go EP 28.
Okay. Whatever.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty cool.
So it's been a couple weeks. Probably is fine that we didn't do anything last week because not much has happened. We're gearing up. Besides, Shang-Chi came out, but we released our review and all that stuff. Go check that out. That's kind of a fun thing that we have a review for that. But yeah, not much else happened.
I know what we can talk about.
Oh, okay.
Shut up. Sorry, I take it back. I'm sorry, I take it back. Don't shut
yeah,
up. But
okay.
actually shut up because I'm talking and I don't want to be interrupted. You have to pick one thing you're most excited for from Marvel and from Star Wars coming up in the next year. What do you choose?
Coming up in the next year or like
Within the
announced
next
stuff?
between in 2021 or 2022.
I'd have to look at the timeline to see. Like, as far as announced projects go, I'm not 100% sure when they come out. From Marvel, I'd say Moon Knight.
Wow.
And
Hot
from
take.
I don't think that's a hot take. And from Star Wars, I think The Acolyte.
Ooh, that's not so hot. That's a good take. I think mine is probably... I'm just so excited for Eternals. I think it's going to be so good.
You think? I'm excited for
Yeah.
it too. I think it's going to be really good. But Moon Knight, so cool. Like, I love that out there Marvel stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, on that note, Star Wars Visions is coming out this next week.
Yep.
Anime. Non-canon anime. They essentially went to all these anime studios and said,
Like,
do whatever you want.
make
They
something
gave them like
inspired
no
by
guidance.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
That's going to be cool. I think it's going to be cool. I'm not an anime fan,
Me
really.
neither.
But I think it's going to be cool. Like, the trailers I saw of it
Looks pretty
were
nuts.
pretty beast. Like, seeing that stuff, but
Yeah.
applied to Star Wars. So you said Eternals. And what about for Star Wars?
Obi-Wan series, I think. Yeah. I think it's going to be Danko mode.
Yeah, we saw Hayden Christensen set the internet alight a little bit because he had like the Obi-Wan cast hat on at some convention or whatever.
Did you see the new trailer for the Hawkeye series?
Yeah, I
It's
did
like
see
Christmassy,
that.
kind of.
It's kind of sick.
People
I like it.
People were crapping on it though. They were like, "This is gonna be so bad. It looks so bad."
I'm excited.
It kind of does look a little bit like the trailer was a little cringe.
But I think
was
it's
like,
I
yeah,
think
that's
it's
a little
supposed to be
cringe.
like in the vein of like a Die Hard type thing where like, you know how people argue like is Die Hard like a Christmas movie because it takes place at Christmas time.
Mm-hmm.
For that, I think it's like that's what it was supposed to be evoking. It's like this happy Christmas thing, but also with like, oh, but we're also shooting exploding arrows at cars and
Dude, we're gonna see him fight Scarlet Witch's sister, maybe.
not Scarlet Witch,
Not Black Widow.
Unbelievable. So yeah, do you think that's gonna happen in the Hawkeye series, or do you think it's gonna be?
I don't know where
a little
else it
bit
would
later?
happen.
It's gotta happen in the Hawkeye series.
Yeah.
That's sick. I liked her. She was my favorite part of Black Widow. I thought she was kind of stole the show a little bit.
It's like okay, we'll leave whatever the heck that was from Henry.
Did you
for
not
now.
enjoy her character at the Black Widow show?
I think we enjoyed her for different reasons, Henry. Henry has a crush on
getting
her.
cut.
Henry has a crush on her. Anyways, back to what I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted by Henry's fascination with this
Rudely
actress.
interrupted. Unbelievable.
So disgustingly rude. Another. Oh, I know what we can talk about. It's pop culture. A judge ruled on the Apple versus Epic Games case. Did you hear about this?
Yeah. They said Apple couldn't. This was like, well, on the other podcast, this was like one of our first topics
Mm-hmm.
that we ever talked about.
Yeah.
That's kinda
So it'll
crazy.
probably get appealed, but judge said that Fortnite can offer alternative payment methods. And he also said that Apple is not a monopoly, which was like a big thing.
Which is weird to like,
He kind of
Come down on
ventured
opposite
he kind of
sides.
ventured out on that.
because if Apple, like, that's my argument for why, if I'm arguing that Apple can't like require the one payment method, is because then they'd be a monopoly. So for you to go, well, they can't do that, but not because they're a monopoly, because they're not a monopoly.
Yeah.
It almost feels like Apple was like, we'll lose this battle, but you've got to make sure you say we're not a monopoly,
Right.
because then we're
Right.
good.
Yeah, interesting stuff. The new iPhone came out, or available for pre-order, I should say. It's pretty much the same. I mean, a better battery was why I was going to get it.
Better battery.
Apparently, it's better battery by a lot. And the camera stuff. The thing is, I don't use my camera very much on my phone.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't do a lot of video recording.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you do. That's
Yeah,
what's recording our
I-
podcast right
I
now.
do a lot of video
Is an
recording.
iPhone.
Yep.
So why don't you get it? Because you do so much recording.
Because it's expensive.
$1,000.
Very
That's more expensive
expensive.
that's 2 PS5s.
I could buy 2 PS5s or an iPhone that has slightly better battery life. And
Yeah. And a better processing. It does get 120 hertz, like refresh rate, which is kind of nuts.
But on a tiny screen, like, is that big
Well,
a
and
deal?
what's weird is it's like it's only for like when you're doing like this, like you're
like
that.
it's specifically
Yeah.
true. I have crystal clear scrolling.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't need that. If I'm scrolling, I'm not reading. I'm not reading anything.
Yeah,
So what's the point of? Seems kind of weird.
yeah. Kind of interesting.
New iPads, new Apple Watch. Not a big keynote
No,
by Apple
not
standard.
big.
It's
Mm-mm.
pretty.
Pretty tame.
I think next year we'll probably get some more stuff, like
Hopefully,
those Apple glasses.
I haven't heard about
You
those.
haven't heard about those? They're supposed to be just like wearable, like AR stuff, but they're supposed to look like just like regular glasses.
It's kind of what Google has, right? You remember those Google glasses?
But those Google glasses were like super big and clunky. These Apple glasses are supposed to be like, they look like a pair of Ray-Bans or something like that.
Can you imagine wearing those to like a test, like the testing center?
They'd have to. I wonder how it would work. Because what if they were your regular glasses? They're the only glasses I have. Sorry, I have to wear them. They'll have to have a way that they make sure like you turn them off, and you'd have to have a way because the concern with that is like recording. Like if they can record stuff, like you've
In
got to
movie theaters and
movie theaters, and so you've got to have a way to know if the glasses are recording. So you've got to have like a light or something for them to be on, which, yeah, I don't know. It'd be kind of cool. Like you're driving and your like route is just up.
Yeah,
Like you have a
yeah.
heads up display like Jarvis and Iron Man.
be pretty crazy.
But
Elon Musk says there's going to be a Tesla by 2023 with no steering wheel.
yeah, it's the like $25,000 Tesla, and that's how they're cutting prices, is by getting rid of everything.
Dude, imagine if it has no steering wheel and the seats in the front are facing towards the seats in the back.
So yeah, what hypothetical situation? That car crashes into another car. Who's at fault?
I think it's always got to be the Tesla. I think that's like what they're saying is like, okay, let us do this, and we will take responsibility for
But is
all
it
of the incidents of
like
accidents.
Tesla company.
Yeah, because you can sue if there's a failure in the AI driving like car, like the actual AI makes a mistake, you can sue Tesla. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's not. Because you can't blame it on the driver. It's not like an accident now where like, oh, I don't brake.
The
quick
problem
enough
is
and-
it's really right now Tesla's not getting sued a lot, and there's not a lot of incidents of accidents, but when there are failures in the AI, it's very, very, very difficult to sue. Like, obviously you're suing Tesla, which is you're suing a multi-billion-dollar corporation, but who will lawyer up to absolutely anything. But another thing is, it's like, you have to prove that the driver was unable to make any sort of adjustment due to the car's failure, and like the driver has to do blah blah A B C D E F G, and like prove that the driver, and Tesla has to do is say like, sure, the car made a mistake, but that's the reason we have you hold your hands on the wheel.
Exactly.
It's because you're supposed to correct it.
Yeah. So, but once you take that steering wheel out, it's got to be all on Tesla, right?
Yes. So I bet you that's like, if they're able to get the regulation necessary to change it, I bet it's like, okay, we'll take full responsibility. If there's a failure in our AI, we'll pay for the damages or whatever. Where it gets tedious is, it's like, what if someone dies? Which is probably, granted, it's literally probably 1 in a million, right? It happens way, 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 way less than normal people driving.
Because it'd have to be something that's the Tesla's fault.
Right. And then you have to regulate, like, okay, if you're drunk, can you get in a Tesla? Can you you're not physically operating the car.
I'm not driving.
Can you text and drive?
Yeah.
Well, you're not driving, so can I use my phone? Can I watch a movie while my car is moving? It's like, I don't know exactly. That's why I think it's impossible by 2023. There's no way the government.
Seems a little bit.
There's too much regulation with all this stuff. There's way too much regulation that would need to be changed.
Yeah, that seems like most claims by Elon Musk is a little ambitious. It'll probably happen eventually, but a little ambitious. On the topic of Elon Musk, he sent those people up to space.
I saw that.
SpaceX, yeah, that's kind of crazy. The first civilians like up in space. Was
it the first civilians? I thought Jeff Bezos went.
But this was like real space, like Bezos and
went to the upper atmosphere.
And Richard Branson, they did the thing where they're just like, oh, here's the line that it's like technically space, but Musk's stuff, like it orbited for like 3 days or something like that.
Do you think they ate space food?
I bet it's better food. Like, you think, because the whole thing's funded by like a billionaire. Like, and people paid like millions of dollars to go on this trip. It's got to be better than like the astronaut food you buy at the planetarium. But yeah, because they orbited higher than the International Space Station.
Dang, that's crazy. This is sort of politics related, so I probably should have talked about this on the podcast we just did. But
yikes.
On Fox News, there was this White House, sort of commemoration for vehicles with cleaner exhaust pipes, cleaner exhausts.
Mm-hmm.
And Pete Buttigieg was being interviewed by this Fox host, and he was like, why wasn't Tesla invited? Is it because they don't have any unions? Is that why? And Pete Buttigieg was like, they don't have exhaust pipes. Like, they don't have this meeting was to commemorate cleaner exhaust.
Better exhaust. Teslas don't have those.
No.
That borders on like entertainment. More than politics. I'll let that one slide for now. But yeah, back to real entertainment news, pop culture.
Diary of a Wimpy Kid movie. New movie.
What? Oh,
yeah.
New movie.
Yeah.
I was like, we're just bringing up.
Yeah, there's gonna be a Diary of the Wimpy Kid movie. It's pretty neat.
That book series has spent like hundreds of weeks in the New York Times.
Let's look
bestseller.
at how much he's worth. Jeff Kinney is his name.
I think he's a Utah guy for some reason.
Kinney.
I might be totally wrong.
Do you want to take a guess?
85 million.
You're actually pretty close. That's actually not bad. So this is what wealthypersons.com says. So
the most reliable
take it with a very, very slim grain of salt. But they're saying he's worth $100 million. $100 million for some children's. Dude, I could have written that, and I could have illustrated it too. Just
probably. Yeah.
Roderick, go to your room. Oh, okay. That's what the dialogue is. Okay, that's
like,
a bit
there's
harsh,
been like 25 of those books. There's been so many.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's that. Shang-Chi did super well at the box office.
I won't go into the reasons why he's getting canceled, but if you want to look up, what's his name?
Simu Liu.
Simu Liu. If you want to look up why he's getting canceled, please feel free to do so. It's pretty interesting stuff.
But yeah, Shang-Chi made like 90 million.
Well, you heard that it's like getting canceled in China, right? Or it's not being shown. It's been banned in Beijing.
No, I don't think it's been banned. Because China does a thing where they only let so many outside movies in. So there's a difference between the movie specifically being banned in China and them just going, well, we only show like 10 foreign movies a year. And
Is that true?
Yeah.
Why? Just communism?
Just like they want to put an emphasis on Chinese films and Chinese like creatives. So I don't know if it's specifically that it's been banned, and that could have changed. I know like 4 or 5 days ago when I was looking at stuff, it hadn't specifically been banned yet. It's weird. I don't get it. I don't get why. Like, we've seen the movie. I don't feel like
there's some stuff, and I think it was because of comments from the actors.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
will do it.
That could be. That could be 2 straight movies for Marvel, because Simu that don't play in China, right?
Well, there's been talk that he's not going to be in the Avengers because of how much money Avengers movies make in China.
Yeah, that seems. I feel like he'll still be in it. Just won't be in the marketing. Won't be marketed.
It's like
in China.
Finn in Star Wars.
Yeah, that's bad for a different. That's really bad for a different reason, but similar, where not on any of the posters, and just doesn't do the press junkets in China. It is weird that companies that are act so committed to progressive causes are willing to bend over backwards to make their money in China. I would hope that Disney doesn't just go, well,
they will though.
Sorry, Avengers won't play in China but I'm not super confident of that.
No shot. In other news, I rewatched all of The Mandalorian over the past couple of weeks.
See, there were so many weeks that we couldn't talk about Bad Batch or whatever because you hadn't watched the episode that came out 5 days ago.
Okay, dude.
I'm just saying, for the viewers at home, if we take a poll, how many of you think, because The Mandalorian's pretty long, right?
I mean, 16 episodes. I watched probably an episode a day every night before I went to bed.
So
2 weeks.
12 hours, 10, 12 hours of stuff.
Something like that, yeah.
Oh, okay, whatever. Bad Batch was 15 minutes an episode, but I'm not.
I was always up to date for the most part.
Especially when 2 episodes from the finale, you realized for the first time the episodes came out on Tuesday.
I still kind of have weird mixed emotions about that. I kind of feel like I'm being swindled with that whole train of thought.
But it's a weird one. I'm a little confused on it that after it took 15 episodes coming out to go, how come when I look on Disney Plus on Wednesday, there's a new Bad Batch episode?
Okay.
I'm just confused. But
new Nintendo Switch. I'll probably get it. The OLED Switch. Oh my gosh. Are you okay? Oh my gosh. He's done.
No, I'm all right.
Okay. Back to what I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted.
By me choking?
Yeah.
Whatever. Okay.
Or how about when you spilled your entire water bottle and then cut it from the video? That was really good. I'm glad I'm involved in the editing
I think
process.
that was a year ago.
It was it was a while ago.
It was a long time ago.
Just
we moved past
an entire, just an unhealthy amount of water all over himself.
That's a weird adjective.
All over himself.
To describe the bottle of water I'm drinking, but yeah, whatever.
New Nintendo Switch is coming out. New Pokemon games I'm excited for. Have you already ordered?
No.
Oh, I thought you had pre-ordered them for some reason.
Not yet. I was going to. And
that makes me OCD when it's not on. I like to look at it.
I decided, Which one are you getting?
Diamond. So you have to get
No.
pearl. Okay, we'll flip a coin.
No.
We'll flip a coin.
No.
Why? You
Hold
don't want to flip a
on.
coin? That's the most fair way to resolve a dispute.
I don't want to be locked into
Why?
getting-
That's so lame. You could win.
But let's figure out if there's like exclusives. There might not be exclusives besides
Sure there
like
are.
Dialga and Palkia.
I don't know about that. There's got to be. There always is.
In remakes,
Flip a
though,
coin. If
in
you
remakes,
win,
though,
you have a 50% chance of winning. Your chance of
I
winning
don't
is
like
just as
that.
much as
I
your
don't
chance of losing.
trust the.
Okay,
your
just for fun, pick heads or tails. Just for fun.
tails, because tails never fails.
Hey Siri, flip a coin. It's heads. You would have
No,
lost.
let's see. Let's
Oh,
see.
I just exited.
I don't.
But you
buy
would
it.
have lost.
I don't
I
buy
said it
it.
was just for fun, so you would have lost.
'Kay.
Anyways. Yeah, new Switch coming out.
New low quality PS5s coming out.
That stuff's kind of weird. Yeah. I've heard it's like not going to make a huge difference, but some people are like, wow, your PS5 won't be able to run it for 15 hours straight. It's like, are you running a PS5 for 15 hours
my
straight?
PS5 can run for 15 hours straight 'cause
Dude.
it's a launch day PS5. But
Well, and it probably needs to because you just leave your system on for hours on end for no reason. Just leave it on. Just, here's my electricity bill, mom and dad. It's $14,000. Like, why is it that expensive? It's because I leave my PS5
to
on
mine
all day.
crypto in Rocket League.
Okay, dude. Nice. Other than that, I mean, do you have anything else pop culture wise?
That's about all I can think of. October is a good month for movies. We've got Dune.
There's some bangers coming out. They're
Venom.
really good scary movies too. I'm really excited for.
Venom.
New Halloween movie
Yeah.
with Jason.
But yeah, so there should be some good ones coming out. We'll have our thoughts on the Star Wars anime next week. I'm sure we'll both watch it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's
All right,
it. Let's wrap
I'm
it
gonna
up.
pee my pants. CTS peace.